Lieutenant Colonel Jasmine Small. It is a privilege to be your MC this morning. Brigadier General McBurnett will be deferring ruffles and flourishes to Major General Catalanati, as he is the distinguished speaker this morning. Please rise for the entrance of the official party. Brigadier General McBurnett, Board of Regents, distinguished guests, I am honored to present the fall graduating class of 2025. Colonel Orlando Griego, the Chief Academic Officer and Dean of Academics, and Colonel Jose Porras, the Vice Dean of Academics and High School Principal, will lead in the processional. Major William Wilson, High School Academic Counselor, and Lieutenant Colonel Desi Aguilar, Director of Tolls, please lead in our class of graduates. Please stand and render courtesy for our national anthem. certification will now be given by Cadet Victoria Arnett.
Let us bow our heads. Heavenly Father, we gather today with grateful hearts as we celebrate this graduating class. Thank you for guiding them through the challenges, discipline, and growth that they have shaped their time in this military institution. Thank you for the friendships forged, the leaders who have mentored them, and the lessons, both in the classroom and in life, that will remain with them always. Lord, as these cadets prepare to step into their new roles and new responsibilities, we ask for your steady hand upon them. Grant them clarity in decision-making, humility in leadership, and courage in every trial they may face. Strengthen their commitment to the values they have learned here: duty, honor, achievement, integrity, service, respect, and sacrifice. We pray that you surround them with protection as they move into the world, whether they continue in military service or pursue their other callings. Let honor guide their actions, let character anchor their hearts, and let wisdom shape their futures. Father, remind them that true strength is found not only in discipline and skill, but also in compassion, faith, and the desire to serve others before self. May they remain steadfast in purpose, resilient in adversity, and faithful in all that lies ahead. Bless their families, instructors, and all who have supported them along this journey. And as this class steps forward into the next chapter, may your presence go with them, leading, protecting, and inspiring each one. We ask all this in your holy name. Amen.
Thank you. Please be seated. And now the Dean of Academics.
Welcome, everybody. On behalf of the administration, faculty, and staff, welcome to NMMI. We are honored to have you attend this great celebration and day honoring our graduates. Let me first introduce the dignitaries on stage and in the audience joining me on stage. Brigadier General Boris W. McBurnett, United States Army, retired President and Superintendent of NMMI. Major General Robert G. Catalanati, United States Army, retired, our commencement speaker. Ms. Christina Montoya, Board of Regents, President. Colonel Thomas Tate, United States Army, retired, Commandant of Cadets. Colonel Jose Porras, Vice Dean of Academics and High School Principal. In the audience, a very wonderful man I got a chance to meet yesterday, Mr. Ben Salazar, Field Representative for Congresswoman Teresa Ledger Fernandez. Most importantly, we welcome the families who supported our fine cadets and graduates. Congratulations to all of the families and to the cadets as well, and meeting the requirements and challenges, especially our cadets, of NMMI. And now I have the honor and privilege to introduce the President and Superintendent of NMMI. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming to the podium Brigadier General Boris W. McBurnett.
Good morning. Sound off, cadets. Good morning. Good morning, sir. There we go. Major General Catalanati, distinguished guests, faculty, families, and most importantly, the graduating class of cadets for the fall of 2025. Today marks a milestone in your lives. A day that celebrates not only your academic achievements, but also the character, resilience, and leadership you forged during your time here at New Mexico Military Institute. You've arrived here with ambition and determination, and through rigorous training, demanding academics, and the challenges unique to a military environment, you have grown into leaders prepared to make a difference in the world. Your journey was not easy. You endured early mornings, long days, and moments that tested your resolve. You learned to lead and to follow, to work as a team, and to persevere when the path seemed steep. These experiences were not only simply obstacles, they were opportunities. Opportunities to build strength, discipline, and confidence. Today, you stand ready to take those lessons beyond these gates, applying them to your careers, your communities, and your lives. The hardships you faced here have prepared you for the challenges ahead, and the perseverance you demonstrated will serve as the foundation of your success. As you move forward, remember the core tenets that define New Mexico Military Institute: duty, honor, and achievement. These values are not just words on a crest. They are the principles that should guide your decisions and your actions every day. Carry with you the leadership skills, ethical standards, and sense of responsibility you've cultivated here. You are now a proud part of the legacy that spans generations, and with that comes the responsibility to uphold and advance the reputation of this institution. Wherever life takes you, let the lessons learned here shape you into becoming productive citizens and leaders who make a positive impact on the world. You are joining a distinguished network of alumni who have gone on to serve in every sector: military, business, education, and public service. They have carried the NMMI spirit into boardrooms, battlefields, and communities across the globe. Today, you become a part of that story. Your success will not be measured solely by personal achievement, but by the contributions you make to others and the examples you set for others to follow. Remember, leadership is not a position, it is a responsibility, and you have proven you are ready to accept that responsibility. As we celebrate your accomplishments, let us acknowledge the families, faculty, and staff who have supported you along the way. Their guidance and encouragement have been an instrumental part of your success. They believed in you when the challenges seemed overwhelming, and they stood by you as you grew into the leaders we honor today. To them, we extend our deepest gratitude. Now, as you prepare to take the next step in your journey, it is fitting that we hear from a leader whose career exemplifies the very principles that we uphold at New Mexico Military Institute. Our keynote speaker has dedicated his life to service, leadership, and the pursuit of excellence, values that resonate deeply with the mission of this institution. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my distinct honor to introduce Major General Robert Catalanati, United States Army retired. Major General Catalanati, his military career spans more than 34 years of active and reserve service, during which he commanded at every level, from platoon leadership to commanding general of the 98th Division. His operational experience includes some of the most demanding assignments in modern military history. In 2004 and 2005, then Colonel Catalanati commanded Taji Base in Iraq, overseeing more than 15,000 Iraqi and coalition forces during this critical period of rebuilding and training. In 2008, he served as the United States Senior Defense Official and Program Manager in Saudi Arabia, working alongside the U.S. Ambassador to strengthen bilateral relations and secure critical infrastructure. Following his culminating assignment as Director of Exercises and Training at the U.S. Army Central Command, Major General Catalanati was responsible for planning and executing large-scale multinational exercises, improving warfighting capabilities, working among 20 nations in the Middle Eastern theater. His leadership in these roles not only enhanced the United States military's readiness, but also fostered international cooperation in some of the world's most complex environments. After retiring from active duty in 2014, he continued his service as Senior Advisor for International Affairs in the Office of the Secretary of Defense in Policy at the Pentagon, shaping global security strategies at the highest levels. Major General Catalanati's academic achievements and professional accolades are equally impressive. He holds advanced degrees in strategic studies and counselor education, along with numerous military and civilian honors, to include the Army Distinguished Service Medal, Defense Superior Service Medal, Bronze Star, and he is inducted into the National Army ROTC Hall of Fame. Beyond his personal and professional accomplishments, he continues to give back through board service, veterans advocacy, and mentorship of future leaders. Please join me in extending a warm welcome to Major General Robert Catalanati, a true patriot and an inspiring example to others.
Well, good morning. Look, it is a proud and wonderful day here to be joining you here at the New Mexico Military Institute to deliver this junior college and high school commencement address, marking the beginning of a journey where you will go forward and lead with courage and character to your communities and nation. When your outstanding President, Superintendent, Brigadier General Forrest McBurnett asked me to join you, I was honored and excited to accept this honorable invitation. I assure you that I'll be timely in my remarks. Good morning again, distinguished guests, the esteemed Board of Regents, Christina, as a Madam Chairperson, Brigadier General Forrest McBurnett and his lovely wife, Nikki, faculty, staff, proud families, and most importantly, the outstanding graduating class of New Mexico Military Institute. As a retired Army senior leader, I have witnessed firsthand the power of discipline, integrity, and perseverance, values that have been instilled in you throughout your time here at New Mexico Military Institute. When I delivered my alma mater's college commencement speech at Assumption University in Worcester, Massachusetts, about 50 miles west of Boston, a decade ago, my theme centered around the song lyrics from the group Journey, which many of your parents would most likely know, as a throwback to my undergraduate years in the 1970s. Journey's famous lyric was, "Don't stop believing." I believed in this lyric from the first day I entered college, up to commencement, and then subsequently throughout my adult, professional, and personal life, well into my retirement. The search for confidence, fulfillment, and a good life has guided me as a husband, a father, a grandparent, and in a career as a military officer, and now a community volunteer leader. You, our graduating cadets, have greatly benefited from this institution's vision of building excellence in leadership, academics, and physical endurance, wrapped in a formalized, structured environment, empowering you to go forward to thrive in a dynamic and complex world. You have mastered critical thinking, developed moral reasoning, and character. Your education, along with your cadet experiences here at New Mexico Military Institute, have been unique. As you well know, your experience is not offered at most high schools or junior colleges across this country. Several of you will go off to pursue advanced higher education. Some will immediately build a career. And one, Cadet Esmina, will be commissioned into the New Mexico Army National Guard. It's great having battle buddies. This institution's vision of setting high standards for developing leadership, academics, and physical endurance is developed from the teachings of the ancient philosopher in Plato's tripartite, distinguishing between body, mind, and soul. Plato believed that the body represents energy and health, the ability to act in the world, care for oneself, and that one should treat it with respect. In your years here at New Mexico Military Institute, you participated in a demanding physical endurance program, while several of you competed in varsity and intramural sports. You took care of your bodies, you built resilience, good eating habits, and found rest. Plato saw the mind, academics, as the power of thought for learning and reasoning. You mastered high academic standards with excellence. And lastly, Plato believed the soul is the source for meaning, the part that speaks purpose, values, corrections whereby aligning actions with values. Your daily discipline of physical exercise, prescribed wake-up and lights-out times, personal appearance and dress, haircuts, discipline, personal scheduling, class attendance, all of this while looking out for your fellow cadets, treating classmates with respect and dignity, all embrace the pillars of this esteemed institution. It was my undergraduate foundations program required in a liberal arts school in my alma mater, in critical thinking and moral reasoning that profoundly shaped my subsequent development as a military officer. It gave me the moral conviction whereby earning the trust of my soldiers, holding the values we sworn to defend. In Plato's tripartite, body, mind, and soul development, these pillars framed your successful achievement, proudly to be celebrated shortly in receiving your diploma and degrees. As you enter this very complex and challenging world, you must never stop believing in yourself. In my Army ROTC and military career, I'll share that I was never the fastest runner or the most academic capable, nor mechanically inclined. But I was sure it was my classic liberal arts education and decisions to live a life with decency, respect, and care towards others, trying to exude kindness and professionalism, which shaped for a very successful military career, which offered me incredible life and leadership experiences, learning the world. As a young professional, I would dream of advancing up the ranks. Indeed, it is implied as you go forward that you must be capable and competent in your career specialty. You will soon realize that the soft skills of caring, empathizing, showing trustworthiness, and pursuing goodness will be the traits that will consummate relationships with superiors, peers, and subordinates alike. These effective and trusting relationships, just waiting to be formed, will guide you, provide you with constructive feedback, provide opportunities to celebrate your success, while those being at your side when you feel you have absolutely hit rock bottom in life. In my own life, I just never stopped believing. After arriving to college in 1976, some 49 plus years ago, arriving with low personal confidence, inadequate study habits, and a complete confusion where this college experience would take me, coming from a challenging childhood upbringing. But it was joining Army ROTC which provided the environment for me to build the most wonderful and enduring relationships, still best friends today, helped me adjust and develop study habits, swiftly improving my self-confidence. The search for life's curiosity through demanding foundations courses. In art, music appreciation, philosophy, and theology courses provided a framework for critical thinking and a more worldly perspective outside of my own narrow thinking. Now, some 50 years later, I look back and reflect on Plato and your New Mexico Military Institute's pillars of body, mind, and soul, only to appreciate my persistence, knowledge, and strength. Having been selected for the most challenging career assignments, commanding the largest base in Iraq during the most complex and difficult days of 2004-2005, much earlier than you were born, followed by assignment as a commander to build a security cooperation program in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, supporting our United States national interests, alongside your distinguished president, Superintendent Brigadier General Boris McBurnett in 2011-2012 timeframe. I'll take a moment to comment that it was he and his soldiers, under his leadership, achieved the highest Saudi and United States government recognition for building a large defense critical infrastructure security force, now modeled to other partner nations as a first-class security infrastructure force for the protection against aggression of oil, water, and gas. And water desalination is important in many countries for drinking. In my culminating assignment, it was an honor to be assigned as a senior advisor in the Office of the Secretary of Defense International Affairs at the Pentagon. I never stopped believing. I was the high school student where my guidance counselor in 1975 tried to dissuade and convince me from pursuing college. Fortunately, I did not take that advice and forged forward, excelling and, of course, meeting my college sweetheart and marrying after graduation before my first Army assignment. Our loving and fulfilling relationship brought immediate happiness to both of us, only to form a foundation to start my Army career. Sharing a little bit about my own experience, I am hoping that many of you will have similar wonderful experiences as you build your families, friendships, and careers. I'll repeat, if you treat people with kindness and dignity, then in return, you will be treated the same manner. It's amazing just how many have shared their success in promotions and advancement throughout all the industries because of their own character, teamwork, and belief in others. Business entrepreneurs who treat customers with respect and kindness tend to develop very successful businesses. You have built strengths, principles, and values from your loving and caring parents and guardians, in addition to the outstanding faculty and staff here at New Mexico Military Institute, who helped shape you as a beautiful, caring, and compassionate graduates. Marcus Cicero, another Roman philosopher in 50 BC, believed in living a good life is deeply rooted in moral goodness. True value comes from the cultivation of moral goodness, not from external circumstances or material possessions. He suggested 4 characteristics in duties, basically our own righteous traits, what you offer as a person. The 4 roles we play for moral guidance. The universal character, the first, from nature, basically that you are superior to animals, you are your own intellect, you were given the basic characteristic and cannot control it. The duty is to seek knowledge and cultivate wisdom. Humans, unlike animals, are endowed with reason. You were given this trait. Use your intellect to have clarity in helping others through difficult times. The second characteristic Cicero talks about is the individual characteristic. that each of you brings certain talents, intellect, propensities, attitudes, physical abilities, health, and appearance. Cicero suggests these characteristics are the catalyst for the duties of justice, fairness, and cooperation towards other humans, which you have all formed at an early age, respecting laws, maintaining relationships, and contributing to the common good. The third, the situational characteristic, things are imposed on you from outside of your control. Greatness imposed on one by being at the right place at the right time. As an example, Tom Brady got the career chance after then quarterback Drew Bledsoe was injured. The acts of forced decision-making. Cicero had to make choices as to which side to take in the Roman Empire civil war. He spoke against the Roman Empire. He believed that speaking out was difficult, but morally correct. Many of you have had to make very difficult decisions on the spot and take immediate actions that were against the mainstream, perhaps helping a friend fend off ridicule or bullying, or show honesty in a troubling and complicated situation. This will only at times become more in focus as you build your families and careers. These precious acts of courage, dignity, and strength in character will position you for a fulfilling and meaningful life. Lastly, the fourth, the character of free choice. Cicero suggests it is our universal human nature that sets moral guidance. This duty calls for admirable qualities, that you will support each other in community, bringing good to other humans. These are the pillars and virtues you have learned and embraced here at New Mexico Military Institute. Build on Cicero's characteristics of duty in balancing desires, avoiding excess, and living with temperance. My advice, be patient in achievement. As basketball great Michael Jordan would often state, you have to put the hard work in this lifetime. Be patient in expecting immediate rewards in building your careers and in forming relationships. You are exceptional individual cadets who have so much to offer. With hard and committed work, it will all fall into place. Let me talk on a phrase that you are very familiar with here at New Mexico Military Institute, the pursuit of excellence. Whatever you do next, career, advanced higher education, start a family, give it your very best. Excellence in relationships, treat people with goodness, invest in friendships, and ones that challenge you. Lift people up. It will be your hard work, good deeds, character, truthfulness, and committed relationships which will define you. Your willingness to be a team player, support others, offer perspective, and be willing to ruck up in tough times will set you apart as the leader and team player to your employer, in your community, and with your precious developing families. In Dr. Martin Luther King's own words, life's most persistent and urgent question is, what are you doing for others? Close quote. He believed that success is not measured by the only degrees we earn or the careers we build, but the lives we touch and the communities we strengthen. New Mexico Military Institute has taught you diversity and thought and opinion are critical virtues to self-development. The opportunity to participate in open debate and hear others' individual dissent through your own mastery of critical thinking, respect, and kindness for others will hold you as an admired, loving, and caring individual, only to bring inner fulfillment and peace in your own lives. In ending, let me summarize. Bottom line, live by the golden rule of treating others with dignity and respect as you would want to be treated. Whether you will go forward and strive in business, education, nonprofit, public service, or a military career, Keep pushing for excellence. And as I stated, be the best that you can be. Remember, my high school guidance counselor wanted me to settle on mediocrity. Don't stop believing in yourself. New Mexico Military Institute's vision has been embraced by many since the 1800s. The founder of Colonel Robert Goss and the leadership of James John Hagerman. This esteemed institution and your families have provided you with the trail in which you have transformed into an educated and informed critical thinker, hugged tightly by discipline, temperance, and moral reasoning. As a former military leader and statesman, General Golden Powell stated, "Be careful what you ask for in this life. You just may get it." Each of you will be asking for a lot of things, and you will get some of them. Just be ready through your development to accept them. Some of New Mexico Military Institute's most successful and accomplished alumni achieved the highest honors and success for their compassion, drive, and difficult hard work. World War II veteran John Morgan, Medal of Honor recipient, military hero. New Mexico National Guard Brigadier General Judy Grigo, very successful. Sam Donaldson, news anchor, and of course Roger Staubach, professional football player, just to name a few. Each of you will have your own greatness and success stories yet to be told. Before you depart campus today, and at the stop sign as you exit, turn to your parents or guardians and thank them with all your heart and soul for believing and supporting in you during these outstanding junior college and/or high school years. You have built a meaningful and respected foundation for a purposeful and successful life. As I started, don't ever stop believing in yourself. Each of you will bring your own character traits, life experiences, education, and compassion to the next generation of transforming and meaningful leaders wherever your life takes you. Go in peace and look to have a role in making the world a better place for goodness. Again, I want to thank this outstanding and prestigious New Mexico Military Institute administration, faculty, staff, for your guidance and influence in developing these accomplished and eager graduates. Congratulations to each of you and to your loving families. I am very proud of you. Thank you for inviting me.
General Catalanati, thank you for that inspiring speech. And so we have an award for you, right? So we have something for you. So for everybody in the crowd, I've known this man for a long time. He has helped shape my career, shape me into the person that I am today. So this is not just a normal speech, a normal thing for me. This is me being able to thank a mentor. And for a lot of what we've been able to work on here in the past couple of semesters, a lot of my faculty and staff know Major General Catalanati because he has been a facilitator as we have worked on our new strategic plan. So I wanted to basically thank him for his speech today, but I have something else for him as well. So, like I said, my staff knows Major General Catalanati because he has helped to work on our strategic plan, and I wanted to award him with the President's Award because he has helped shape Colts and Broncos for our strategic plan of the future. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Major General Catalanati, for that fine charge. And thank you for your distinguished service to the United States military. And thank you for coming from one of the finest Catholic universities in the country, which is Assumption University. Very well familiar with it, so thank you, sir. We now turn to what we have been all waiting for, the graduation ceremony. I ask the audience to look at your program, where you will see the names of each of the graduates and the places where they will pursue the next phases of their education. Cadets who show particular distinction and scholarship at NMMI are offered the opportunity for graduating with the highest honors, with high honors, and with honors. The names of these individuals are identified in your program in their graduation order of merit and will receive a diploma in that same order. To graduate with highest honors, a cadet must graduate with at least a 3.75 GPA. Will the graduates with highest honors please rise, remain standing, and be recognized? To graduate with high honors, a cadet must graduate with at least a 3.5 GPA. Will the graduates with high honors please rise, remain standing, and be recognized? To graduate with honors, a cadet must graduate with at least a 3.25 GPA. Will the graduates with honors please rise, remain standing, and be recognized? It is now my honor to certify the candidates. Will all the high school and junior college candidates please rise and remain standing? By virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Regents of the New Mexico Military Institute and the State of New Mexico, and upon the recommendation of the faculty, I do hereby confer upon you the degrees for which you have been certified, with all the rights, honors, privileges, responsibilities appertaining thereto. To each of you, and in the names of your esteemed faculty, I offer our sincerest congratulations. We could not be more proud of all the work that you have done here at NMMI. It is now time to award the diplomas. Graduates, please be seated. At this time, I would like to introduce Colonel Jose Porras, Vice Dean of Academics and High School Principal.
It is our pleasure now to present the NMMI diplomas to the high school and the junior college graduates. Lieutenant Colonel Small will read the name of our graduates. Brigadier General McBurnett will present the diplomas. Joining him will be Major General Robert Catalanati, commencement speaker. Ms. Christina Montoya, Board of Regents, President. Colonel Thomas Tate, Commander of Cadets. Commandant of Cadets. Colonel Orlando Griego, Chief Academic Officer and Dean of Academics, and myself. Director of Alumni Relations, Lieutenant Colonel Chris Ward, and Global Admissions Director, Lieutenant Colonel Christina Stark, will be presenting their respective coins to eligible graduates as they exit the stage. Major Wilson, please bring forward the high school graduates.
Thank you, Colonel Porras. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to present the NMMI High School Class of 2025. Graduating with highest honors, Augusto Henrique Lima Gonçalves, Diamantina, Brazil. Graduating with high honors, Jose Rodrigo Arino Mijares, Torreon, Coahuila, Mexico. Graduating class of 2025, Bo James Mashaw, Carlsbad, New Mexico. Angel Palmo Olivas, Cananea, Sonora, Mexico. Max Michael Perry, Roswell, New Mexico. Alex Henry Sanchez, Roswell, New Mexico. Richard Jacob West, Carlsbad, New Mexico. I would now like to present the NMMI Junior College Class of 2025. They have met all the academic, military, and physical requirements for the Associates of Arts degree or the Associates of Science degree. Lieutenant Colonel Aguilar, please bring forward the junior college graduates. Ladies and gentlemen, the junior college class of 2025. Graduating with highest honors, Tyson Silas Marshall, Broomfield, Colorado. Jacob Wesley Wilder, Ocean Springs, Mississippi. Graduating with honors, Genesis Chavez, Clovis, New Mexico. Jorge Ricardo Puentes, Roswell, New Mexico. Junior college class of 2025, Christopher Jaden Ikaika Esmena, Waipahu, Hawaii. Genesis James Valesi Ioka, Panapano, American Samoa. Isaiah Jesus Garcia, Albuquerque, New Mexico. Thaddeus Zul Fekar Kearney, Rio Rancho, New Mexico. Delilah Aurora Kitsakos, Brooklyn, New York. Ostap Koslinsky, Kiev, Ukraine. Roger Zugbarga, Paris, France. Please join me in congratulating all of our graduates. All graduates families, and distinguished guests are invited to a reception in the JRT Hall following our ceremony. Also, graduates, please remember to pick up your diplomas after the ceremony. At this time, I would like to introduce the Commandant of Cadets, Colonel Thomas Tate, United States Army, retired.
Good morning, everyone. Before I read the script, I'd just like to say that in the short time I've had the privilege and honor to work with Major General Catalanati. He's just as true as his words as you heard today. He's one of the most respectful, decent, and competent people that I've ever had the privilege of working with in like 40 plus years, sir. Thank you very much. General, thanks for bringing him to us. Thank you all. Let's give him a hand. Once again, good morning. On behalf of the graduates and your families, I'd like to thank the Institute staff who planned and executed the commencement ceremonies today, and express my appreciation to faculty, administrators, and alumni who gave their time today to participate. Thank you. Your presence means a great deal, obviously, to our graduates. And graduates, please take the time on your way out, if at all possible, to thank everyone that has impacted you over these years. Graduates, at this time, it is time to turn the class ring around to signify your graduation. If you forget, which goes where, remember that you wear the ring with the class year to the outside so that you can see the letters NMMI facing you, reminding you of your alma mater. At this time, I would like everyone to please stand as I invite Lieutenant Colonel Scott Brackentrip, Choir Director, to lead us in the singing of our alma mater, Old Post. Sir.
This is our alma mater. This is our stalwart institute. We'll have her always on our way. Memories are with us day by day. We will remember cadets marching. We will remember cadets playing, and bugles in the sunrise, all of our life beneath blue skies. These are the things that cannot vanish, no matter where we go. Old friends, old post, place we love most. In you our hearts will grow.
I must say the singing of the alma mater is greatly improved with the arrival of our new choir, our choir director, sir. Sir, thank you very much. Let's give him a round of applause for that. Okay, they saved the best for the last, right? Save the best for last. So this is it. Graduates, attention. Whoo! You did it. You are now dismissed. Good luck.